There's rarely been as great a sense of excitement on Crickbuzz in Conversation as the opportunity to talk to the person today. First of all, let's look at some numbers that are astonishing. Just one of three players who've made 10,000 runs and 500, who have 500 wickets across formats, but even more astoundingly, who's scored 15% of his team's runs and 22.5% of all the wickets his team has taken in all the internationals that he has played. We're talking to a modern giant. We're talking to ShakibAlHasan. Shakib, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Now, where is Bangladesh? Where is Dhaka and Chittagong? And where is the United States, where you are?
Yeah, it's been hot here in Wisconsin, Madison, the city I'm staying at this moment. Obviously, the situation is not ideal. And I just had a daughter who is now, I think, 40 days old. And during these 40 days and plus 1 month before, I'm staying here in Madison. So it's been tough, but it's been okay as well. With the kids, one is 4.5, one is month and a half. So they're keeping me busy. Obviously missing Bangladesh a lot. It's the first time I think I'm away from home for this long. So it's been tough, but on the other hand, I'm staying with my family most of the time. I mean, all the time for the last 3 months. So that's a good sign.
Tell us a little bit about being a star in Bangladesh. And the reason I'm asking is I know what it is. I've seen Tendulkars and the Kohlis and the Rohits and the Dravids, Kumbles. I've seen what kind of following they have in India. But I've also seen Saurav and Kolkata, because the following in Bengal is slightly different. It's very emotional. It's very passionate.
It's completely different than other cities or countries.
So how is it being a star in Bangladesh? Does it come with a lot of baggage? Does it come with a lot of responsibility? Does it come with a lot of pressure?
I think it comes with a lot of responsibility more than anything else, and a lot of expectation as well. But it keeps me motivated. I always think, because I'm a huge fan of Lionel Messi. So when I watch him play, every time he doesn't perform, I feel like, why didn't he perform today? Something like that. He should have done better today. He could have done better for his team today. So I can feel the same way for the people in Bangladesh expecting me to perform, all the time, and that keeps me motivated all the time. So that's a good sign in a positive way that they keep me motivated all the time.
Do you, Tamim, Mushfiq, sometimes sit together and think about what a great journey it's been together? I mean, three of Bangladesh's best ever players all coming together in that same generation. Do you sometimes sit back and think, yeah, it's been a good ride?
I think the best time will be when we retire three together and then sit back and relax and talk about it, what we have done. I think we're playing from under 15 together. And since then, till now we're together, and hopefully a few more years. And then we can sit back and talk about what we have done for Bangladesh cricket. But for now, I think we can look forward and think about 2023 World Cup, which will be very important, for Bangladesh cricket and for us. So time for us to look forward now, at least for now. And after a few years, we can look back and think what we have done.
Do you realize you've just sent a huge ripple across all Bangladesh fans just by saying, when three of us retire? Can you imagine? People are going right, saying, what is this? How can we imagine life without the three of them? Because, I mean, Mushraf is almost at the end, maybe at the end. So it's really the three of you. So is there a little rivalry also between you all? Mushfiq scores runs, so I need to score runs. Tamim is looking to score how many.
That's a healthy rivalry, and that's good for the team, I think. You need to have those rivalry, for the betterment of the team. So someone is scoring 100, you need to score 120. So that's the rivalry we have, and we are very close with, I think, with all the formats, runs, and if you talk about T20, ODI, and Test, I think we are very close. Not so difference won't be more than 1,000 runs. So everyone, I think, eyeing on to go top of each other. So that's a good rivalry, I think, and you should have that type of rivalry with all the teams, to have a healthy competition.
The other reason I asked you that was success came very quickly for you. Some people, it takes a long time. You struggle your way through. Was it 2006? You're playing the Under-19 World Cup, right? And you're still young man. You're not yet 19. But you're still playing the Under-19 World Cup. But 2009, you're already started to get ranked up among the top all-rounders of the world. 2007 World Cup has happened. And was it all a blur for you, saying, oops, hang on, pause.
It was.
Too quickly.
You know what? Before 2002, I didn't even knew that there are under 13s, under 15s, under 17 teams who plays against CAB, goes to India for a tour. I never knew that. They plays Asia Cup as well. There is under 19 World Cup. So when I got myself admitted in BKSP, it's a sports institute where I studied. So when I got admitted there, and then I only realized, okay, there is under 15 where I can go and play if I perform well. Since then, I started working hard, and it was, I think, late 2002, and then in early 2003, I think I played the under 15, went to Kolkata for the CAB tour. That's my first tour with the Bangladesh team. And then from 2003, 2006, I played the Under-19 World Cup, and later on to that year, I played for the Bangladesh team. So it went like this. So the graph was like, took off.
Yeah, because by 2009, you're the number one ranked player. But I want to talk about 2007 first, that match against India. Now, all of a sudden, there's a group of young players coming together, right? Tamim got a 50, Mushfiq got a 50, you got a 50. I think Mashrafi got 4 wickets in that game.
Yes, got 4
Is
wickets.
that still among the biggest moments in Bangladesh cricket? I mean, let me tell you some. For example, beating Australia in 2005, right? I think that was just before you made the side. Ashraful got 100 there in Australia. Or was it 97 when you first qualified for a World Cup? Which are the big moments in Bangladesh cricket?
I think 97 will be obviously there, because that's where the benchmark starts from.
Do you remember at all how you were so very young?
No, I never watched that game in TV. I never heard it even on the radio as well. So it was just suddenly we hearing Bangladesh won and they qualified for the World Cup and they won the ICC trophy, and people are jumping around in the roads, and I went with them, had fun. Playing with the colors and all. So that's what I remember, but I don't remember that I was that match. Of course, now in YouTube I can watch that match, but I never watched that match on TV or heard it on a live radio station. It was just from someone who said, oh, okay, Bangladesh won the ICC trophy. So that's the moment. Obviously, I saw the one in 1999 World Cup against Pakistan.
Yes, that was a big one too.
And
yeah.
2007, I was part of the team. So, 3 biggest moment. Of course, I'll share is the one I played against India.
Yeah.
But these are the 3, I think, most significant win we could ever think of.
It's interesting that recently Tamim Iqbal was quoted as saying that when Bangladesh played India in the 2007 World Cup, a lot of you were very young. Even Mashrafi, I think, had only played 2-3 years by then. A lot of you were very young. And they said right in front, there's Tendulkar, there's Dravid, and there's a sense of awe almost of playing against these big guys. Did that happen to you as well? Because you came in at a crucial moment and you scored a very mature half century.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we are staying in a same hotel we are staying in. So during lunchtime or dinner time, we tend to, walking past through Sachin or Dada, because we speak Bengali. So Dada used to say a few words again to us. So and we saw Rahul Dravid, Sehwag, all the biggest star of the game that we grew up watching, and suddenly we'll be playing against them. It was like, what's happening? And I think me, Mushfiq and Tamim, we didn't have even a year of international cricket by then. So we just played, I think, 5 to 10 ODI matches before we played the World Cup. So it was like a dream that's going through on our mind. We were just enjoying the moments. Obviously, the perfect stage was because we are in West Indies. The beauty of West Indies, we all know. So that kept us, little relaxed mode. So that helped. But we are dreaming that we are just happy to play against them, because if I talk about 1998, 1999, when I was a young kid, wearing half pants all the time, going to someone's house to watch a match, playing India versus Pakistan, India versus Sri Lanka, Pakistan versus Sri Lanka. These are the big rivalries, and we used to watch all those games. So it was like a dream that we are living in that moment.
Do you sometimes get worked up when people say Bangladesh upset someone? You think that stage is long gone?
No, now, to be honest, most of them doesn't believe in those, upstate word. So a lot of people now says, okay, Bangladesh is a formidable team now. They have been doing well for last 2-3 years or 4-5 years, and now it's not a surprising sight for a for someone to see Bangladesh winning against any other team, especially in ODI.
Does it also bother you that the big three haven't played against Bangladesh that much? I mean, India came to Bangladesh a few times, but Bangladesh only toured India in 2017 and then 2019. With England, Australia, it's pretty much the same. We've only been to Australia once, only been to England 2005, 2010. Do you want to be the voice that says, hang on, we are Bangladesh too, We want to travel more, because that will aid the development of your young players better.
Yes, I think that's a very important point you raised. I think it is very important for teams like Bangladesh and Afghanistan and Zimbabwe. Those are the teams that came along. They have a history of cricket, and they want to do well. They love their game. To help them by playing consistently against those countries will always help us, get better, get challenging, and we will know what it takes to beat regularly big sides. So I think that's an important point you mentioned, and I think those are the side authorized can look into.
Just looking at World Cups, because you tend to look at big moments in a player's career. 2007 was obviously big for you. You're a young man. 2011, 15, yes, a bit here, a bit there. But then came 2019. Was that the best you've ever played?
Yes. Just one answer.
What changed in 2019? Obviously, you batted 3, but you also bowled well. It wasn't just that you were batting.
The mentality. From December, I was thinking that, from 2018 December, I was thinking, the 3 World Cup I played, I don't think I performed to my potential. And as long as I'm not performing to that level, yes, they say, I played for Bangladesh, I did well for Bangladesh, but, to go to that level, I need to show somewhere that I'm capable of, competing with all the other great players they have played or playing at this moment. So then I realized that what can be the stage that I perform and then people can think of. Obviously the World Cup. Then I said, okay, look, I need to do something. But I didn't start my preparation until I went to IPL. So I went to IPL. I played, I think, the first game and then got dropped. And then I realized there are hardly any chance that coming to me this season, because all the 4 overseas players were performing brilliantly. And I realized that, I don't have much of a space to play. After first 3 games, I decided, okay, I need to prepare for the World Cup. What I was thinking in December, I need to do it now. If I do it now, I have time. But if I don't do it now, it will be too late. So since then, I changed completely. I did everything right that need to be done to perform in the World Cup. Of course, there are plans, there are trainings, skill trainings. I talk to most of the computer analysis with all the teams, because I know most of them because I play across all franchisee tournaments. So I know most of them. I talk to them, which are the bowlers I'll be facing, what is their mentality, what's they saying, what are the areas they can bowl, or if you are my opponent, what are the areas you will be telling your bowler to bowl to me. These are the things I took all the preparation. Even before the World Cup, we went to Ireland for a month, and I never think of that we playing against West Indies and Ireland, the 4-5 matches we played. The only thing was in my mind that first game I'm playing against South Africa, and then after that and after that and after that. So this was my only thinking. So I think I prepared so well, and I never think in that way before in my career ever. Even my parents went to England to see me. That never happened in my career because we are having a long tour. So we stayed at 67 days, so more than 2 months. So I knew that I'll be fatigued, I'll be homesick, something like that. My family was always there with me. My wife, my kids was always there with me. But having your parents there with you at the end of the tournament, from the middle part to the end of the tournament, was extra boost for me. This is the first time they went somewhere. They never came to a ground in Bangladesh as well. So that's the first time they went. So that was all planned, and I did all those planning during I was in IPL, doing my training, doing my planning, all of that. I did it in IPL, during IPL.
Is it true? I mean, I read this story that you actually invited your childhood coach to come over to Hyderabad.
Sorry?
Is it true you invited your coach from Bangladesh also to come over to Hyderabad at that time?
So big thanks should go to Tom Moody. So I asked him, look, I understand the situation, and I understand that there will be, less chance this year for me than last year. So can I bring my coach from Bangladesh to do some extra training? Obviously, I'm doing training with the team and the extra training I need, or with the coaching staff who Hyderabad had. They have a fantastic coaching staff with VVS Lakshman, Murali, and Tom. They all are fantastic guys. With them, I said, look, this is the extra I think I need to do. So I'll be prepared better. So when I get my chance, so I need to make sure that I perform well for IPL, and also I want to prepare for myself for the World Cup. So Tom was very kind, and he said, okay, of course, just bring him in, and if you need anything from our side, just let us know. So big thanks should go to Tom Moody. And then I bring my coach, and he was there with, and he was there with me, I think 14-15 days, so around 2 weeks. With him, I did all the skill training. But before that, I already did my fitness. So I was well fit at that time when I started my skill training. And we did all the specific training we needed to do with talking, with the computer analysis from Hyderabad and all the other computer analysis that I know.
It's interesting, players at your level, and I've seen that with Sachin Tendulkar and Ramakant Achrekar, his childhood coach as well. Players at your level still sometimes go back to the original coach, even though you're now playing at a much higher level. I find that very interesting.
That's just the comfort level, because they are watching you from your childhood. So since you are under 15 or under 14, since then they have been watching us. So they knows our game better than us. That's what I feel. And it's not that you need to change a lot of things. Maybe just one or two words, one or two sentences can change your whole complexion of cricketing knowledge, or batting ideas, or bowling, what you are thinking. So mostly I worked with my thinking. There are some fine tuning that I needed to do. I didn't change much, to be honest. I was just feeling more comfortable by training of those 14 days. So I trained in the morning, trained in the afternoon, and then with the team. So I had like 3 sessions during a day between those hectic IPL schedule that we normally have. So it was good, and after I think first 1 week, I started feeling very confident. And then after 2 weeks, it was almost over, and I was supposed to come back to Bangladesh, and World Cup was almost starting for us because we were going to Ireland a month before the World Cup. So I felt very confident, and I felt I'm ready before I took the flight for Ireland.
Was it your decision to bat at 3?
it was completely my decision to bat at
Because
number.
you're not batted at 3 a lot.
No, I haven't. But the few times I batted at 3, I felt comfortable. I always felt that I need more time at the wicket, then I can contribute more. You know what? Because I was batting at number 4 and 5 during 2007 to 2013-14, what used to happen? We tend to lose 1 wicket, 2 wicket quickly, then another wicket during 15 to 20 over, and I had 30 overs to play with. Now we have been batting so well, I tend to go into batting at now in 30th over or 35th over, so I don't have much time. So then I realized I need to bat early to contribute more with the bat. So that's the reason I batted early. And I had a chat with, to be honest, A.B. de Villiers during he was playing BPL in Bangladesh, and I was talking to him and I said, what do you think? Batting at number 4, 5, finishing the game, or batting at number 3, scoring 100 for your team and win the game? So, and we had a very good conversation, and that's one point I thought, okay, I'll take this challenge, because it was challenging for me, because it's hardly I faced new balls and batted at number 3, but this is the time I thought, okay, this is the challenge I can take, because I've been playing all my career batting at number 4, 5, 6. I have done that. So this is a new challenge I should take for my team and for myself. So that's when I decided, okay, I'll bat at number 3.
Is that the highest point, being player of the tournament in the World Cup?
Well, I wished for it, to be honest. I think as an individual player, that's the highest achievement I think you can get. I got Man of the Series once in 2012 Asia Cup. That was, I think, a huge achievement for me, because all the big names of the other subcontinent team was there. So players like Mahela, Sangakkara, Sachin, Sehwag, all those players were playing at that time. Misbah, Yunus Khan, all those players were playing. So getting Man of the Series award at that stage was a special moment for me. But yeah, it would have been nice if I would have get the Man of the Series in a World Cup. But that happens. I think Ken deserved it. The way he handled his team and took them to the final was something I'll cherish.
Okay, now we've sent you a list of 9 all-rounders, right?
Okay.
Some of the best names to have played the game. Now there's a super over. Out of these 9 players, you've got to pick 2 to bat and 1 to bowl. Who have you picked?
Who was my 9? So in super over, you pick 3 batsmen, right? So if one gets out, there is another guy can bat. So I can pick 3 batsmen and 1 bowler to bowl my over.
Yeah, but you've got to tell me which 2 are going out to bat first.
Yeah, that's what I'll tell you.
Okay, so we'll bring up that picture. We've got Stokes, Pandya, Neesham, Russell, Narayan, Nabi, Pollard, Jadeja, Bravo. Who are your 2 going out to bat?
Narayan will bowl my super over for sure. I'll go with Russell and Hardik Pandya, and number 3 will be Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes. So it's an interesting one. You have Dwayne Bravo and you have Sunil Narayan, and you've gone with Sunil Narayan.
Yes.
What was it about?
It's just because I played with both of them, but it's just Sunil Narayan. If you think of his best, he was unplayable. I think he bowled a maiden over, took 3 wickets in a CPL match in a super over. So,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So you can't think of anyone else other than Sunil Narayan to bowl your over. You can argue with your batting order, because I can pick maybe Pollard or someone else.
Yeah.
But I pick Hardik Pandya just because the way he can hit from ball 1, and Russell, both of them, and Ben Stokes, because I like him, the way he plays his game, the character he got. So that's why I picked those 4 players for my super over.
There's plenty more coming up on part 2 of Crick Buzz in conversation with ShakibAlHasan.